Welcome to Red, White, and Bethune. We are Jenn,
Kyle,
Ben, Molly, Eli,
and we travel with our 4 dogs in our 1983 Silver Eagle bus. Come along as we show you America through our lens.
Hey there, guys. It's just me for now. Jenn is not feeling too good. She may pop in here pretty soon, but I'll pop on and hang out for a little bit. She's not feeling too well this evening. Hey there, Catherine. Hope you're doing well this evening down there in Australia. Helen, hope you're doing well as also. Wonderful Revolution. Are they in here? I don't know. I haven't seen them yet. Hey, Darren. How's it going? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Dan says, eating from a Harvest Host spot at a brewery pizza joint in Knoxville. It's a rough job, but somebody's got to do it. Yeah, it is, Dan. That's awesome. It looks like you left Scott's. Hopefully the bus is running the way you want it. Funny enough, we actually stayed at a Harvest Host last night. Me and Jenn, she had a little speaking engagement up in about an hour and a half north of here. So we took the van out and went to did the speaking engagement, did some driving on the back roads, and stayed at a Harvest Host last night, a winery. Had a good time. So safe travels the rest of your way down, Dan. I know you'll be heading down this way pretty soon. Helen says, hello, beautiful family. Hey there. Oh. Hey, Sterling. How's everyone tonight? Hope good. How about you? Hey, from Indianapolis, Jason Bates. How you doing, Jason? How is the ankle? The ankle's doing pretty good. About yesterday was the first day, like it was weird because it had been hurting quite a bit, but I didn't really slow down. Once I learned there was nothing broken or nothing, structurally wrong, I just went back to work. I've been working on the apartments, been doing this and that. So, but yesterday it started feeling good, and today, honestly, it feels great. I didn't even wear a brace today, so I'm doing pretty good. Stacy says, hello, Kyle and Molly. Hey, Stacy, hope you're doing well. Good evening from Vermont. How you doing, Sandra? Hey, Jenn. Or Jean, sorry about that. Yeah, Molly, she just ran back outside. She asked if she could have the rest of my drink, so she took it and left. Hey, Eddie, how you guys doing tonight? Helen says, get well soon. Jenn, sending you a big hug. I will let her know. Thank you, Helen. Susan Nice from Boston, Massachusetts. Hey, Ian, how are you? Yeah, we're actually in Central Florida. We've been here just over a month. We're back visiting family for the holidays. We have one of our businesses here. It's a rental property. We have some rental properties. So we're doing some work to those, doing a lot of painting, doing some of that stuff. So, yeah. Heather, one question. Did you get a buzz on your wine sampling? I don't know. I didn't do the wine. I'm not a big wine drinker. They had a pretty good cider on tap. I had one of those, and I'm a lightweight. I rarely drink. Maybe a couple times a month I'll have a couple ciders or something, but I get a little buzz off of one cider. So, but Jenn, I don't think she did. She did the tasting, and then she ended up actually buying a bottle and having a couple glass or two while they had some live music, so we did that. Debbie T, hey Kyle, I'm Jenn and the mods. Hey Debbie, hope you're doing well. Sterling says, hey Jenn, get well as soon as possible. I will pass it along. Sarah says, snowing in Washington. Happy Sunday. Yeah, it's definitely not snowing here. Today was actually hot. Yeah, I would say it was in the mid 80s today. It was pretty toasty, and the humidity is still really high. Jacqueline says, hello from Crystal River. Well, hey Jacqueline, yeah, we were right by you yesterday. We were where did we go? All the way to Brooksville, pretty much. Yeah, we were on 19 in the Brooksville area. Monique says, hey Kyle, how are you? I'm doing good, Monique. Not too bad for a Sunday evening. Ryan says, hi from Pennsylvania. Hey, Ryan. CC Cat says, hey, Kyle, great day today. Love the show. Thank you. Thanks for being here. And Wonderful Revolution in the house. Good to see you guys. Wonderful. Hey, Sean, how you doing? Hey, wonderful. Hi from Western New York. Hey, Natalia. Hey, Natalia. Happy holiday. Yeah, happy holidays back to you, Kenya. Hey, Lorna. Hope you had a good weekend. Ever think about buying rental property? I have. We used to have quite a bit more rentals when we lived here in Florida, and we've sold quite them off over the years. And what we have now, it's a single unit. It's a single tract of land, and there's 8 units on it. There's a single family house, 2 duplexes, and 3 mobile homes. So it's a really nice place. We keep it manicured. It's actually out in the country. It's a very desirable. Like, we rent them like that. People usually rent them and they stay for a long time. Oh no, where did it go? Chris River, Western New York. Okay, there we go. Wonderful Revolution. Dan said, I had 4 different stouts here at the brewery tonight. I hope I'm staying awake through the live. Yeah, I bet you're feeling a little pretty good right now, Dan. Reaper says, hello or hi. Hello, Reaper. He says, here in Northern California, the high is not even 50. It's very cold. Usually in the summer, it's 95. Yeah, I'm honestly ready for some cool weather. Like, it's been warm since we got here. We had a couple little cool spells, for a day or two here and there. But Florida really doesn't get cool until like January. December is still typically a pretty warm month. So we got a little bit of time left. Lorna says, hope Jen feels better soon. I will let her know. Alfonso says hi. Hey, Alfonso. Kyle, here I'm here in Mexico, and the weather is so cold. Really? That's interesting. Where in Mexico are you? I missed the first 5 minutes. What is going on? Elizabeth says, I've missed the first 5 minutes. What is going on, and where is Jen? Elizabeth, you haven't missed much. Jen's not feeling too good tonight. She may pop on at some point. She just decided to sit this one out. She's not feeling too well. Allergies are getting her, all that. So she's turned in early tonight. I just brought out my ornaments for Christmas. Snowman ornament will remain packed. Speaking of weather, I don't think coastal MA will see any snow in December. Well, that's a good thing. I mean, I don't know if you like snow. I guess it's not a good thing, but yeah, the kids have got the bus nice and decorated. I don't know if you've watched any of if you guys watch our short form videos, you probably have seen the kids have done some decorating. So pretty cool. The kids are definitely ready for the Christmas season. Feel better soon, Jen, from Debbie T. I will pass it along, Debbie. But yeah, we had a good weekend. She went and spoke. She had an old or somebody she used to work with reach out about doing. He runs a scout troop and asked her to come out and bring Theodore and kind of talk about invisible disabilities or in different disabilities and the needs for service dogs and stuff like that. So we took Theodore out there and she did some talking. The kids had a really good time. It was pretty cool. We took actually the kids stayed with my parents, but we took all the dogs. So it was quite, we had a little overnight here in the van. Ian says, oh no, my allergies are so bad too. I feel like I have a cold. Yeah, it's that time of year, I guess. Mine are bad all the time. I take a daily, what is it? Zyrtec, I believe it's I take the off brand of that because and we move around a lot. So I, typically, and I try to do I try to buy honey from whatever region we're in and put that in my coffee in the morning because you're supposedly able to pick up some of the immunity to the allergens that are supposed to not be as bad. Hey, Dreamy Out Loud, how you doing? Hope you guys are well this evening. Is Bethune docking filled up? I believe there's a couple spots left, Dan. I'd have to check on that, but I think we have at least 2 left. If you guys are still interested or thinking you may want to come, definitely try to sign up this week. We want to get it finalized and get it all closed out here in the next couple weeks. So if you are planning on coming, please at least let us know this week. Sean B says, hope Jen feels better soon. I will definitely pass it along, Sean. Let's see, when are you all going to ship my Starbucks gift card for the contest I won? She'll get to it. It's just she's had a rough week. She will definitely get to it. I'm in Rosarito, Mexico visiting. I'm at the beach having some fresh tuna. Wow, I'm a little jealous. That's pretty cool. Enjoy for me too. That's awesome. Elizabeth says, sending love and light. Hope she gets well soon. I'm on the 3rd week of being sick. Yeah, I unfortunately, I think it's in the air right now. I don't know. I've been doing okay. I had a little flare up or allergies, sinuses, whatever you want to call it, a couple weeks ago. But other than that, I've been doing okay. But yeah, the allergies is definitely Florida. There's just so much, it really never does. Like the trees really never strip all their leaves. So there's always, stuff blowing around in the air. AV Geek Guy says, give me a shout out for a cookie. So how do I get my cookie? Ian says, I ran out of allergy meds a few days ago. Haven't had time to go get any more. Big mistake. I'm about to drive to Safeway first thing in the morning. Yeah, I mean, for me, I've learned it's just easier to stay on one. Like I said, I just take an over the counter Zyrtec, or maybe like I think it may be actually a generic Claritin that I take. I don't know. It seems to work, and I have the nasal spray too. If it starts getting really bad, I'll even do that and the tablet. Like you say, a couple times a year, I do get an upper respiratory or sinus infection or whatever you want to call it. So it's just part of the battle for me. I got an Amber Alert here this evening. Oh no! Hopefully they can get it figured out. Shannon says hello from 35 degrees Chicago. Hey Shannon, how are you? That's a little chilly, and I guarantee you there's some wind there. Jellycat says hi. Hey Jelly. Kyle, when are you doing Cooking with Kyle? I mean, we do them we skipped last Tuesday, but we were live. Tuesdays at I believe 6 p.m. Is it 6 p.m.? Yeah, 6 p.m. But like I said, I'm gonna try to do them as often as I can. We weren't home last week, obviously, but it was still cool. That Santa was amazing. If you guys missed our live, but we had to actually delete it because we were there and they were playing all these copyrighted Christmas songs, and I don't need a copyright strike, so we ended up just deleting the live. But it was a lot of fun. We got to walk through Santa's workshop or his house there. It was pretty cool. Madison says hello. Well, hello to you, Madison. Darren says, Shannon Collins, it's 19 degrees Fahrenheit and wind chill of 3 where I am. Well, you can keep that, Dan. Yeah, that's pretty cold. I don't think we'll be seeing that anytime soon. Darren said ale, not alert. Yeah, okay. I got you now. Amber ale. Wow. Okay. Did I read that wrong? Let me see. Amber ale. Wow. I'm not with it tonight. Well, that's a good thing. Yeah, definitely take the beer. But yeah, I had they have a Three Daughters Brewing. They have a key lime cider. It was pretty good. And I've learned that I prefer my ciders draft. Canned cider, it's okay in a pinch, but definitely prefer drafts. Thanks, AV guy. I would appreciate that. Let me see. Where was I at? Madison says it's raining here. Well, I mean, I guess it's better than snowing, Ian says the worst part is raining, and in the morning it's going to be a lot of frost in my car. It's going to be so annoying to get off and with the wind. You want my way? No, Ian, I will say I know I complain about the heat a little bit, but at the end of the day, I'll take 80 over 20 any day. So. Kyle, does your bus have heat? So we have no bus air if you're talking about the actual bus, but we do have heat. We have the 2 mini splits that have heat pumps. Typically if we're driving and I need heat, I'll run the front one. And it does pretty good. I mean, they put out a pretty good amount of heat, but we also have a diesel heater. It's about midway through the bus, and it blows heat down each direction of the hallway. I actually haven't even used it yet. We had it put in Arizona, and we haven't been anywhere we've had to use it. So yeah, we have a couple ways to heat it, and we actually do have a couple of space heaters too, in case it does get really cold. Elizabeth says, same here with asthma and allergies. So I can take medicine every day. And now I just started with antibiotics because I might be a sinus infection. I'm not sure. Much can blow your nose. Yeah, that sucks. Unfortunately, I got you. Debbie says, I have to take Zyrtec and Flonase nasal spray. Yeah, I mean, it's better than getting the infections. I used to only take it as needed, but my doctor's like, just take it. Take one a day. If he even said if you notice certain times of year when it's worse, double up, take one in the morning, take one in the evening. So that's what I do. And like I said, for the most part, it keeps me pretty clear. Hi, Lily. She says, I'm there. Hi there. I'm just wondering how you are doing. I'm doing pretty good, Lily. How are you? Hello from Lafayette. Ooh, I love Lafayette. You guys got it going on in the food department. That is my jam. Bonnie Perkins says, hey, where's Jen? Hope your leg is better. Jen is not feeling too good this evening, so she's going to turn in early. So you got me for a little bit. I don't know how long I'm going to stay on, but I figured she posted the live, so I'd pop on for a few minutes. But my leg is actually a lot better. Like I was saying earlier, up till yesterday, it's still been hurting pretty bad because once I learned I didn't really have anything structurally going on, I decided to just get back to work. We're here to work on the apartments and get all that done. So I just did it. And I've paid for it for a couple days. It was really sore, but yesterday I woke up, it felt pretty good. And today it felt even better. So I think hopefully I'm on the upswing here. Ian said, when you were designing the bus, what was your hardest part to install? Ooh, that's a good question. Um, for me, when we originally built out the bus, I had never done anything like this. And luckily I did have my brother, RV Steve, help me. So really I just kind of I've done some woodworking a little bit and done a little bit of basic construction. I don't know. That's a good point. I guess for me, just being able to fit every single thing we needed in here, or that we wanted, and making it all work and function and flow well, which I really didn't do too good because we remodeled the bus 3 times since then. So but I think that's one of them things you kind of had to get in it and be on the road and run, have different scenarios to really, kind of figure out what you do want and didn't want. I will say the bus I think is perfect as we're going to get it as it is now. We love it. I mean, the layout is amazing. The kitchen's amazing. The kids' bunks are awesome. So we're pretty happy right now. Madden says the worst part is when I feed the horses and the horses are mean to me. Yeah, I would guess they probably don't like the heat or the freezing cold either. Darren says, "Oh, I am going for my driver's license on Thursday." That's awesome, Darren. Good luck. I don't know if you'd have to take the exam. If you do, good luck to you. Make sure you study because I didn't. I failed it the first time. Caitlin says, "Where's Jen?" Jen is not feeling too good this evening. She's going to turn in early, so you just got me for a little bit. Michelle says, "Hey there, tell us about your bus award. How did your bus knock it out of the park?" Yeah, there was some good buses there. We were voted best bus, which I thought was pretty cool because we were tucked way in the back and didn't get a ton of traffic. So apparently the traffic we did get really liked it. But yeah, it was a lot of cool. It was really cool. Everybody loved it. I think we're going to do another Tiny Home Festival coming up in January. We had a really good time. Teresa says, "Hope you feel better. This time of the year is yuck." Yeah, I mean it's if you don't have the weather, it's definitely a lot of allergens going on, flu season, all the fun stuff. But thank you, Teresa. Oh goodness, Jen usually operates this part, not me. Caitlin B. Jen is resting. Where is the best place you guys have visited recently? Well, I mean, we've been in, we were in New Mexico for a month, which was really cool. Really enjoyed New Mexico. I want to go back and explore the northern part, Taos, Farmington, the whole, there's all it's very high elevation up there. I want to go check that area out. But yeah, I mean, we did the balloon fiesta in Albuquerque, and that for me was just an amazing experience. So I would say that for me, but yeah, New Mexico is really cool, but there's a lot more we still want to check out there. Monique says, "Kyle, I'm so grateful for your family inviting me into your life for someone like me that can't travel. So thank you." No, thank you for being here, Monique. We appreciate you. Susan says, "Glad you popped on, Kyle." Yeah, you know what? I figured why not? Get some practice in. Sarah says, I do not get sick. Thankful, but kind of surprised at all the 3 women in my family who care for my dad, and he and I are the fortunate ones. Never had COVID nor the flu. That's all. Hey, that's a good problem to have. Love the headband, Kyle. The rocker boy. It's so. I actually bought this. So they call this a Japanese headband. I don't know. That's what they call it. But it turns into like a I don't know what they call a bandana type thing. I gotta wear them because right now it's not too bad, but the humidity is really bad during the day. Like it just gets in my face and it drives me nuts. So I have to wear the couple. I have a couple that I wear, but I've been wearing this one a lot. The bus is perfect. Yeah, honestly, it's so great right now. Michael at Roland Holmes did an amazing job. He knocked it out of the park. Like I told him my vision. The funny thing is we were on the fence. I don't know, you guys have been around a while. We were like, oh, we're gonna get a new bus. What do we want to do? And we, I kind of had this idea. It's like that I could really make it better. But I knew, but we had to sacrifice some space. We had our office area. We had to sacrifice. But at the end of the day, I think I sent him my vision. I put it in a video form. He did a couple mock-up drawings for me, and then I took it to him. I said, "Here, I trust you," and he just absolutely killed it. I mean, he did an amazing job. Davina says, "Hi, Kyle. Give Jen a hug for me, and I hope she feels better. I have a sinus infection before. It's terrible to have to deal with." Yeah, I mean, it's rough. She's just not feeling too good. But you coming home? Oh my goodness, she's she's got to pop on and bless us her with her presence.
Hi everybody. Yeah, I'm not feeling so hot. Thank you for doing the live.
I'm not. It's hard without my wingman here.
Yeah.
Because I'm not the button pusher, and I mess up the buttons quite a bit, and I lose where I'm at and all that fun stuff. And I'm sitting on my foot probably the way I shouldn't be. So let me.
Yeah,
fix
you
that.
should not be sitting
'Cause
on that foot that way.
That's how I wrecked it last time. Well, my thing, the dinette, for me to sit comfortably, I like to cross at least one leg under the other. I don't know why I do that. I don't know if it's a nervous trait, but that's what I do.
Yeah.
But I gotta be careful of that other one because they say once you injure it, it's easier to injure it again. So I don't really want to do that.
Yeah, the reason I'm kind of I've been having really bad allergies since we've come to Florida, and then I started to get super panicky before the live out of nowhere. I had taken a Benadryl earlier, and one of the adverse side effects is exacerbated anxiety. So that wasn't very good.
When I take Benadryl, it makes me a zombie. Like that stuff, you take 2 or 3, that knocks me out.
Yeah, I was sleepy.
Typically, that's what it does to her, but usually, she'll take them and go to bed. Today she took it in mid-afternoon, and then she's trying to function with it, and she hasn't felt good. So I mean, she's just having a rough night.
All right, I'm gonna put them up here, and then you can answer them, okay? Because I don't think my brain's registering.
You'll be the clicker.
Enough. Yeah,
All
I'll be the clicker.
It's the road test, Kyle. Did the 6-hour driving not too long ago. There you go. Good luck, Darren. I know you got this.
Yeah, when I took my driving test, I passed on the first try and I got a 99.
I did great on the actual road test. I did fail the written test the first time though. I think I missed it by one question. I didn't study. I went in there. I was like, I've been driving since I was 2 years old or 4 years old, whatever. I was like, I don't study. Well, I should have studied.
I studied a lot. That's why.
I'm actually studying for my pilot's license, my UAV pilot's license right now because I want to bring out my drone again and start putting in some videos and do some drone. I love my drone. I love flying it and I love capturing because I'm not a talented pilot and it still looks beautiful when I do it. It's just really fun. But yeah, I'm studying for that now. I'm taking a 14-hour cram session course to teach me. The thing is what they're teaching me has very little to do with a drone at all. Most of it is a fixed wing aircraft that they're talking about. So I don't know. I think they should do a revision on that because I'm never going to fly a plane.
Never say never.
I'm not. Yeah, true. But I just want my license. I'm just I sit there and watch and I'm half asleep. I'm a terrible student. I ADD kicks in and I'm just get so bored and sleepy and it's the worst. Hey, Emmett, how are you? We're doing well, Emmett. How are you doing this evening? Lorna says, that balloon festival, it was absolutely amazing, guys. I'm going to say it again and probably a million more times. If it's not on your list to go to, on the bucket list, you got to put it on there. You will not regret it.
Yeah, it was one of those things that before I went, I really didn't have any idea. I'm like, it's a balloon fiesta, it's whatever. But going there and standing on the media tent tower and watching all those balloons go up was just absolutely insane.
And then being woken up by the guy
oh my gosh,
10 feet off our roof, sound like a whale up on our roof.
But it was amazing.
It's an amazing experience. I mean, if we can make it next year, I plan to be there. Hopefully, no COVID this time. Charlie Grace says, "Hello, friends."
Hey,
well, hello
Charlie.
there, Charlie. Ian says, "This time of year is the worst This time of year is the worst. This first trimester, I missed a full week's worth of school within the first month. It sucked catching up. I love this season except for the 16th. Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, you got the flu stuff coming in. It's definitely cold and flu season. Just take your vitamin C, guys. Drink lots of fluids and try to keep yourself healthy.
Yeah, I didn't drink a whole lot of water today, so that might play a role into it. I'm just not feeling so.
It's not firing on all 8 cylinders.
Yeah.
You're doing amazing, Kyle. You're reading every comment. I know Jim would be proud.
I'm very proud. You are doing so good.
It's weird because when you're doing it all yourself, you have to click and you have to read and then you have to think of a response. It's just, I don't know, it's kind of tough.
Yeah, it's
hard. It's a little tougher than I thought.
Charlie Grace says, "Oh, you can read it."
Did I ever mention that I own a tiny house off a street called Bethune? Ah, that's funny.
That's so cool.
Yeah, you don't see that name a lot. I mean, every once in a while, I'll see it pop up, like I say, a street name, but yeah, you don't see our name very often. Monique says, "Kyle, did you get COVID at the?" Yeah, me and Jen, Ben, and Molly did. Jen got it first. I think the Fiesta ended on a Sunday, and Monday evening she started feeling rough. Tuesday she woke up and she was sick.
Yeah.
I believe Ben got it, or Molly got it, and then Ben got it, and then I got it. And I had it for, I think we all had it for right at 7 days. But yeah, it was pretty rough.
I'm still having shortness of breath
Yeah.
from it, and I'm not recovering as well as I did before. And then all these allergies on top of it, so it doesn't feel so good.
Yeah, well, this one was rough. My grandson has your hair. Maybe does he keep his long like mine or short? My hair's always been this way ever since I don't know. I think when I was really young, it was kind of straight and soft, but after that, it's been like this. Tressa says, yes, we have some bomb Cajun food here. Good seafood gumbo and crawfish. I love Breckenridge, Colorado, but the government elevation gets me in. I can't read the government. Yeah. You guys definitely kill it in the Cajun food here. And Colorado is beautiful, but yeah, that elevation is rough, especially when you first get there. We were there in Leadville a couple years ago. And on the way up, because I mean, it's 10,152 feet, I believe, in Leadville. I got like shortness of breath, and I was just like, my head, it was weird. I actually had to pull off the road in the van or in the bus. Took some, what did I take? The Danger Blood. Aspirin. Took some aspirin per Jed and Sandy's recommendation, and definitely helped. But yeah, for about a week, it was tough. Like taking the trash out, I would be winded just walking outside.
I don't know how people run in that. Like they run and exercise, and it baffles me.
Yeah, these guys are riding, or people are riding their cycles up 10% grades. Like I'm like, are you just love torturing yourself?
Hey, Kara.
Hey, Kara. Sarah says, hey, Kyle and Jen, hope you're feeling better. Thank you, Kara.
Thank you. Debbie says, hit the thumbs up.
Please do. We appreciate that.
Hey, Helen. Yeah, I wish that I felt better. I just haven't felt good for a while.
Yeah, just a rough month, a couple months.
I mean, I don't know what it is. My anxiety's so high. Like I've got depression coming in, and I'm struggling a little bit. I think it's because, we're kind of stationary, and that happens to me when we get stationary. I like to move a lot. And so when everything kind of slows down, I get that feeling of overwhelm, and it's just tough. It's tough. Hey, Tressa. Sarah says, hi, Jen, sending you strength. Thank you. There's Darren. Hey, Darren. Michelle says, hey, Jen, glad you popped on. Kyle did a great job. He always does such an awesome job. I had an individual therapy session the other day, and I was just bragging on him so much because the Kyle that's here right now is so different than the Kyle 2 years ago. Kyle, I mean, he's come a really long way, and now he's when I didn't feel good, he was like, I can do the live. It's okay. You rest. It's fine. And so I just needed a few extra minutes to get myself together.
And here we are.
Yeah. Michelle says, hey, Jen, glad you popped on. Kyle did a great job. WT says, hi, Jen, feel better soon. Sarah's saying hi to the mods in the chat. Haley family, what's up? We're late, but wanted to say hi. Better late than never.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by.
Stacy says, hello, happy Sunday. Michelle says, did they teach your driving in high school in Virginia? They did.
Yeah, we have driver's ed here.
Yeah, we have. That's how I got mine. I took driver's ed.
I didn't.
And maybe that's why I passed with a 99. That could have been
I did not.
Well, actually, our final exam for driver's ed was our written test. So we just had to take that to go get our license. So I didn't even have to do a driving, like a
it's a good program. I mean, it gets you out of a period a day or whatever.
And whenever he makes a driving mistake, I can recall
what the loves. I mean, loves. Like where were we heading the other day? We were heading to have sushi, and there's a bus coming. It was like a 6-lane road. But there was no raised median, and she made sure to let me know that I still had to stop because the school bus.
Yes, if the road has a raised median, the opposite side does not. Yes, the opposite side does not have to stop. But if it's flat, no raised median, just the yellow lines, both sides of the road have to stop for the school bus. Fun facts.
I think a lot of people were confused because some of it, like I was kind of in the front. and they were like, do we stop? Do we not stop? A couple of them like creeped along and then went, and I just stopped.
I think they didn't know they were supposed to stop.
No, because that's a tough one. I mean, because obviously you're not going to send kids across a 4 or 6 lane road.
No,
right?
but
So really, what's the point in stopping?
because it's not raised. So if the kids do dart
But
across
why would they
thing,
do that?
I don't know. They're kids. Kids do really dumb stuff.
Okay.
Shannon says, hi, Jen. Looking beautiful as always. Thank you. Hey, Sean. Sterling says, passed written first time, but driven test, I failed by 1 point first time, but second time I passed at 98%.
Funny short story. When I did my driving test, my mom had a really nice car. And it was, now they have automatic wipers everywhere now. And and this one had automatic wipers, and I had no idea what that was. I didn't know that was a thing. And so I get in the car, the guy gets in the car, and it starts freaking or not even flooding. Actually, no, that was what made it bad. It started just like drizzling, barely drizzling, and these wipers start going like crazy. And I'm over there fidgeting, trying to figure it out. And I was like, oh, yeah, this car has automatic wipers, and I don't know how to turn them. I was like, yeah, then he was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure those don't exist. I'm like, no, it does. I eventually figured it out, but yeah.
See, look at you. Darren says, Michelle, I got my learners in high school, and now at 49, I'm going for my drivers. Yay!
Good for you, Darren.
Liz, the same year I passed the first time and only missed 3 questions. What I missed was I second guessed myself. Don't you hate when that happens? And like you know the answer, and then you go back and change it, and you're like, ah.
Yeah, I don't like taking tests. Ugh.
Ian said, "Ta-ta, I got to go see
you. Florida week. Barbara, get the RV. Chill. All right, Ian, take care. We'll talk to you later."
Mm-hmm. Michelle says, my son, age 22, operates the Navy nuclear power on an aircraft carrier, and he doesn't have his driver's license.
Goodness.
Too funny. Aww.
That's kind of funny.
Lorna said, allergies are the worst, Jen. Feel better soon. Thank you,
Allergies
Lorna.
are weird because they'll make you feel awful, and you don't even really know why. And it's like, I'll get them. What it is, when I noticed it, for me, sometimes by the end of the day, I just feel like I'm getting sick. I'm like, oh, great, I'm getting sick. Then I'll wait, and I'll come inside, shower, get cleaned up, and wake up the next day and feel perfectly fine. And that'll repeat for a few days, and it sucks.
Yeah, it does. EF says, hi, guys. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday.
Hey, guys.
Venturesome couples here. Hey. Wanda says, I miss Leadville. I miss Leadville, too.
Yeah, I don't think you miss it right now. It's probably about 10 degrees there right now.
Yeah, I want to be back out west. I mean, we're having a great time here. It's been wonderful being with family. The
kids have had fun. They've got kids here to play with and stuff, so it's been good.
Yeah. Benjamin Couple says, watching from California, we're on the road from Anaheim back to San Francisco.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
Carol says, hi, Jenn and Kyle from Oregon. One of my most favorite places in the whole world. I love Oregon. Helen says, my grandson Cross has long ringlets, makes me and his mom put it in a bun, but it doesn't last long. His daddy pulls it out. He's only 2.5. Don't want to see him cut the curls off. I know. Little boys.
Yeah, little kids look so cute with curly hair.
With their cute little buns, their little kid buns.
I don't think I had curly hair when I was a small kid, though. I think this is something I got after adolescence or something.
Maybe. Well, you always cut it super short. So
yeah,
never really knew.
My hair was always like that long.
Darren says, yes, everyone, bam that like button. Sarah says, hi. Hi, Sarah. Sandra says, hi, Jen. Feel better soon. Thanks. Someone said, yes, Kyle did a great job. He always does. Like, he does a fantastic job. He's awesome. Ventures and Couples says, sending you love, Jen. Thank you. Taryn says, hi, Jen and Kyle. Happy Sunday. It's good to catch you live this week. Lots of love as always.
Thank you, Taryn. Thanks for being here.
Ian says, my big bro who, as a car, yells at everyone who doesn't drive correctly. You be listening to music, then you hear, you idiot, put on your turn signal. I don't blame him. Like, sometimes people just do really dumb things.
Especially in Florida. Florida drivers are
a whole different
breed. And I don't know if it's just the drivers, but the traffic here is just insane. Like, there is so many people trying to get places. And the public transportation here is little to non-existent. So everybody has cars. And there's 22 or 23 million people in the state. So, I mean, you just can imagine the roads are always bogged down. It's just driving here is not fun.
No, there's so many people here. Shannon says you guys are adorable
Aw.
together. Thanks. You told him about our date night or our date afternoon or our date.
Yeah, I did tell him about our little date now.
Our whole like spending the night somewhere else. It was a good night. Aw, you are so welcome. Thanks for that coffee today, Kyle. Not tired
Anytime.
anymore.
Hey, I'm always up for making coffee.
He is. Anytime you want coffee, just be like, hey.
Because another thing for me is I like testing new beans. So if when I get through beans, I get to go buy more beans and I get to test it. I've really developed a passion for coffee, and I don't know where. 10 years ago, not even 10 years ago, I would have said you're nuts. I would get coffee at like Wawa and I would drown it in some type of sugary creamer. Now I'm like, you don't put sugar in coffee. And I mean, if you do, that's fine. But for me, like I can't imagine that anymore.
Yeah, you can't go back.
Can't go back.
Emmett says, you guys are amazing and inspire me. Thank you. We want everybody to live a life they love, you know?
I mean, why not? It's very short. You're not here long.
EF says, I took driver's ed in the Midwest. Did you know in Florida schools, driver's ed is an elective? Yeah, it is. My husband took it in Florida. Apparently he wasn't required to take it. Watch out with some Florida drivers.
That's actually a pretty funny point. But yeah. I know that you say that it was an elective. But it was, like I say, it was a good idea. I didn't go to school long. I dropped out of high school in the 9th grade and became homeschooled. And so I didn't really get that option. Yeah.
Today we go says, hey everyone. Hi, guys. Ian says, okay, now I seriously have to go. Bye.
Have a good night, Ian.
Emmett has to go. We'll see you later, Emmett.
Oh, boy.
RV Steve Travels is live or saying hi from the Disney Wish.
I will say I'm a little jealous of that.
I know. They went on a cruise and having the best time. So they'll be back tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Aww. Today we go says we were late to live because we went to our town Christmas parade.
Aww.
How fun.
Yeah, the kids went with my parents, took them to the town overs parade the other night. They had a good time.
Yeah. Vengeance and Couple says we'll be back in Central Florida tomorrow evening.
Hold on. Didn't they say they were in California?
But I'm sure they're flying.
I'm about to say, if they're not there, I want to see this RV if you guys are in the RV. Like, that thing's got like probably big drag tires on it. Nitrous and stuff. Like, I was like, whoa.
CZ Cat says, hi, Jen. Glad to see you tonight. Thank you. It's cold in Connecticut. I bet.
I'm sure.
Helen says 22 million people. That's the whole population of Oz. That's too many people for me. I would move out.
I mean, that's the thing. It's like America is so well. There's a handful of states that are insanely populated, and Florida's one of them. I mean, I get it. You know, the weather's great. You got the beaches. You got Disney. There's a lot to do here, but there's just so many people. For me, you know, even when when we started going, you know, regularly, you could go on an evening, like a weekend evening, and you'd have the park to yourself. Like, you'd walk on rides. It was no big deal. It was affordable. Now it doesn't. You can go any time of the year, any day of the week, any time of the day or night. It is freaking packed.
Yeah.
And now they want to charge you for all these extra add-ons. It's just, I don't know. Like Florida, it's just with all the people, it doesn't have the same appeal to me. I mean, which I guess I spent 30-something years of my life here. So.
Well, it's hard because like we were pass holders to Disney for 12 years.
Yeah.
So that's 12 years of changes. And I don't know. I just don't know if I want to go back because I don't think it'll have that same magic that I had before.
I mean, we would go like just for a little date night because we had passes, and we'd go over at like 5 o'clock and they'd close at 10, and we could ride everything in the Magic Kingdom in 4 or 5 hours, you know. And now you'd be lucky to do 2 rides in that amount of time. It's just not the same.
Like the park was dead whenever we would go there in the evenings. There was nobody. Yeah, but you can have it.
I mean, they need to build like 2 more parks just to like level. I don't know. It's just crazy.
Michelle says, check out Joffrey's Coffee at Midtown Tampa. Date night. Jeffrey's is Disney coffee.
Yeah, I've had Joffrey's before, which I haven't had it since I've been in my coffee craze. But you know, we're talking to somebody today that they said they had some pretty good coffee somewhere. Florida's tough with coffee. Like the gas station coffee, even the supermarkets here don't carry a very wide variety. Because I buy whole bean, and I was at the store the other day, a major retailer or supermarket around, they had 2 options for whole bean coffee. Like, to me, that's just crazy.
Yeah.
Madness, I tell you, it's madness.
Listen, yay, another San Francisco follower in the house. I was born and
I
raised
love
in
San
San
Francisco.
Fran. We went there
Yeah.
on our honeymoon. We went for a day trip.
I can't wait to
and
go back. It's such a beautiful city.
It was
I
gorgeous.
love it. It's first time seeing the Pacific, first time getting my feet wet in the Pacific. No, I love San Francisco.
That was cool. Sarah says, yes, I love coffee. I drinking some from Colombia. I get from farmers market. The
See?
beans are the best way to go.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying.
Stacy says, hey, you two. Hey, Stacy. Sarah says, exactly. Michelle says, Florida is transient people come and move back up.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you get what they call
Darren said the sound died. Can you guys still hear us? I think so. Oh, I'm caught up on questions. Look at that. Questions. No, I'm not. Yeah, I am. All right, never mind sound dying. My headphones took over. All right, just making sure, because I know we had Ben connected to the laptop or the speaker one week, and Sterling had to call us on Instagram and be like, hey, we can't hear you. That just said we had to fly out to California for 2 weeks. Chris had a work trip that I tagged along. Oh, if only we could drive our RV that fast.
Wouldn't that be amazing? Like, you know what? I'm going to California. I'll see you guys tomorrow. 3,000 miles. You just use there. That would be pretty. I mean, I don't know that the axle or the wheel ratings and the tire ratings would hold up, but it would be.
They'd just be smoking.
It'd be fun trying.
Michelle says, I will not be moving from here.
I mean, I get it, guys. Don't get me wrong. I do get it. Like, there's the beaches are beautiful. The weather is mild. I do get it. Speaking of which,
oh ma, I hope it has something. It is. We're having a great time.
Come see you guys. Come see our friends. And like I say, it's just I don't think there's just I just don't like all the people. I can deal with the weather. I can deal with the allergies, but there's just so many people.
Like when we were up in Brooksville, it was really pretty. It wasn't a whole lot of people. You know, and I think we're just so accustomed to moving all the time that when we stay in a place for a prolonged amount of time,
we don't typically stay in very popular areas. Yeah, we'll go to big cities, but we don't typically stay in big cities.
Yeah,
and we're not in a big city now, but this area is, you know, it's a suburb. Well, I don't know if you call it a suburb, but it's only 20 minutes from Tampa. So, you know, Tampa's grown drastically in the last couple decades. So it's just spread out this far. So, I mean, just everywhere you go, it's just tons of people. I you know, and I think if they would develop some public transportation here, it would definitely
be easier.
It would alleviate the roads a little bit and make it a little more manageable. But it doesn't exist here.
I think also for me, you know, as my therapist kind of pointed out, we had so much trauma happen, you know, with losing Ethan here. And a lot of that gets brought back up whenever we do come back. And traffic is a big thing for me. And so if traffic is really bad, if it's bumper to bumper, I'm like constantly like this. So it's definitely harder on me for that aspect. I love being back with our family and the kids getting to run around and just getting to spend time with Mimi and Paul and Jonathan and Steven. And, you know, that's an amazing part of it.
That's why we're here.
The problem for me is just kind of the trauma that was here and kind of coming back with all the traffic. I have issues with traffic. Elizabeth says, no, I need cream and sugar in my coffee. A few times I didn't have it and I was like, that's nasty. So I went to McDonald's and got a large for $1.
Yeah, I mean, I was the same way. I used to drink it too. I didn't do a lot of sugar. I would do which has sugar on them. The flavored creamers like the hazelnut. But I will say the better quality coffee you do, like for brewing at home, if you buy the better quality you do buy, you know, good coffee is not supposed to be super bitter. So if you buy good quality coffee and your water's decent, it shouldn't really need anything.
You coffee connoisseur, you.
I just like it. I don't know why.
Darren says, never mind, sound dying. My headphones took
hate
over.
When that happens. I'll be like working on my phone trying to do something and I've been listening to music. Why in the freaking sound working? And then there's blaring in the next room.
Yep.
On the speaker.
Michelle says there's no empty days at Disney, just empty wallets. We do not go there. We go to Universal and Busch Gardens.
Yeah, I mean Busch Gardens is great. Like I said, we took you guys there last week. It's a great theme park for not much money, not much more than the daily admission. You can get a yearly pass, and it's all. I mean, I've only been there a handful of times that I can think of my whole life that it was actually busy. And when I say busy, nothing like Disney. And Universal's awesome too.
Yeah, I mean Busch Gardens, I've never been there when it's super, super packed.
Well, you know, Disney for us, the thing is we had little kids, so there's not a lot to do for little kids at Busch Gardens and Universal. It's kind of, like even Eli, when we went the other day, he was only able to ride just a couple things. The minimum height requirement on a lot of the rides is 54 inches, so he's just not quite there yet. EF says there's a really great spot in the Everglades where you're able to camp overnight, like one of the few dark places in Florida. Gorgeous until he's safe to tank it. I think Dan was telling me. Dan Alder is one of our followers, subscribers on here. He was telling us about that. I really want to get down there. I've never been to Everglades National Park, so I definitely want to get down there and check it out. Maybe even this winter. If we can get our apartments done, and kind of get settled down a little bit and get on our feet a little bit, we'd like to do a little more exploring.
Yeah, it's just been, we've been so disoriented because it's just me and Kyle working on the properties, and then he had his foot thing happen, so we couldn't.
Lost almost 2 weeks or
Yeah.
over a week with that.
Yeah, so it's just been a mess because there's things that we need to do. Our Behind the Wheels talk show, we're have a goal of putting it out by January 5th, so we'll see if that happens. We have Bethune docking coming up. There's so many things that we've got stuff coming up with, but it's just been difficult. We've been having problems.
We're in a very trying season in our life right now. Nothing like severely is wrong, but a lot of things are just testing us
out of whack. Yeah.
So I mean, but I think we both have confidence we're going to be just fine.
Yeah, we will. And the thing is about this time when we're going through a lot of stuff, we just are. We're handling it the best we've ever handled it before.
Yeah, normally, like I was telling her the other day, when my foot was like that, I would have sunk into depression, no doubt about it, and been out for at least 2 or 3 weeks,
if not longer.
I went to the doctor, and he's like, your surgery area, your hardware looks fine. There's nothing you can do about it. Just take pain meds or ibuprofen and rest it as much as you can. So at that point, I was like, okay, well, it's back to normal life. So, and I just did the best I could do. 2 or 3 years ago, that would not have happened.
No, he would have laid up in bed. It would have been just he would have sunk so
I'm thankful
low.
for that. I'm thankful to be able to accept something and just move on. Before I would not have been able to do that.
Yeah. Sandra says, wishing I was in Florida. 80 degrees sounds great. Here in Vermont, it's 30 degrees.
See, 30 for Vermont's probably not bad, but like I say, it's still just early December. So.
Yeah. Stacy says, okay, if you're trying to ask, is Melanie Kyle's mom? Yes, she is.
Mm-hmm.
They thanks mom and dad, by the way, for watching the kids last night. It's been wonderful because throughout the year, when we're off places, we don't get an overnight break.
Yeah.
So having mom and dad here is really, really awesome because the kids can go over there and hang out. Yeah. And like the thing is, so they come in and they've been resisting their chores quite a bit lately. And so then Eli comes in. He's like, oh, yeah, I take the trash out at Mimi and Papa's all the time. I fold towels, too. And I'm like, why can't you do that here?
And taking out trash here, guys, like I said, just set it by the door. I don't mind taking it to the dumpster. That's all I ask. Just set it by the door. Take it out of the thing, set it by the door. I'm not asking you to do anything more than that. But yeah, they go do it over there voluntarily. And over here, it's like pulling teeth.
But our therapist did say, that's a good measure of, you teaching your kids well is when they go to other places and they do stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I guess there's that. Michelle says, I love Florida. Strawberry season. Love it.
It's here. Yeah. My dad works for a farmer and they started picking pretty heavily in the past week or so.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Florida strawberries. I mean, if that means I'm sure they're already hitting supermarkets, but it won't be long.
Yeah. Mariel says, hello.
Hey, hello.
Hey. Davina says, Disney World is changing so much from when I went back in 2000. I watched the Daily Woo, and he said that Splash Mountain is closing down. I love that ride. They're refurbing it. It's becoming Tiana's
Princess and the Frog.
Yeah, Princess and the Frog.
And the thing, they mentioned that years ago, and I don't know. COVID really changed Disney a lot. They were closed for 3 months. As Floridians, we measure the severity of things based on if Disney closes or not. Like, there's a hurricane coming, Disney closes. Okay, we better take it serious. COVID, I can see where that. I mean, somebody told me how many billions of dollars they lost during COVID. So I think they put a lot of projects on hold, and they kind of took some risk in changing things up a little bit. I don't think it's working too good. Yeah. Obviously, they just fired that guy and they hired back the old guy. So hopefully Disney will get back to more of what it was. I mean, Disney's always been expensive. I mean, I think we all accept that when we go there, but it's just gotten to the point where, with the whole Genie Plus thing, I just don't agree with that. I mean, you're already paying a fortune to be there and to pay more to be able to actually ride the rides. I don't really like that.
Yeah, me either. Hey, Destiny,
Hey,
how's it going? Darren says, "Yeah, gotta love Bluetooth headphones."
Yeah, Bluetooth is an amazing thing, but sometimes it does not work correctly, and it drives me nuts.
Yeah.
I have a set of Bose headphones she bought me last Christmas, and I love them. And sometimes she'll use them on her phone and to edit or whatever, and then I'll go to connect them, and I can't connect them because they're connected to her phone, and like she has to completely remove it from her phone. For me, sometimes it doesn't work out and it drives me nuts. Marielle says, watching from the Philippines. Well, thank you for being here. We appreciate that. I don't know that all the years that I've ever been to Gatorland. There used to be a Gator attraction somewhat close to where I grew up that we went to a couple times, but I don't think I ever went to Gatorland. I know the kids went for a field trip once, though. Let's see. Hey, how has your week been? Not too bad, Blakely. We've had a decent week. We were able to get away last night for a night away with just me and Jen and the dogs. But how about you? Sheena says, "Did I miss on it? You got the rules back?" Yeah, Sheena, my foot's fine. I went to the doctor last Monday. They did a MRI, what do they call it? MRI or X-ray, whatever you want to call it. But nothing is broken. Nothing structurally was wrong. The hardware for my previous surgery was good to go. So basically, they said I'd likely tore a ligament or something, and just have to deal with it.
Yeah. Michelle says, Everglades on my list. Let's go. My husband wants to do the airboat tour.
Yeah, I mean, Everglades I have not done. I've been on airboats many, many times, so definitely do the airboat tour if you guys go down there. It's a lot of fun.
Susie says, apartments?
Yeah, we have our main income stream is we own a residential rental property here in Central Florida. Like I say, there's duplexes. I call them apartments typically.
Elizabeth says, thanks for sharing your Busch Gardens activity. I've never been, and since I'm disabled, I can't travel. So I'd love to see when you guys go places. Makes me happy, and then I get to see new stuff.
We can definitely do that. I'd like to do that more because I want to do more. Like, we don't do a lot of brand deals. We don't do a lot of advertising for companies, but I do enjoy going places and taking the camera along and showing places that like you can actually go to and experience, not a product, not something I don't need. Like we did another one in the summer. She's going to be putting the video out pretty soon. It was a little family-owned theme park in Oregon, and we had the best time. We spent all day there. They gave us tickets to go, and they gave us a bunch of ride tickets, and the kids had an absolute ball, and I want to do more of that.
Yeah, we actually, there's the noise behind me.
Speaking of brand deals,
they asked us to try out a reverse osmosis system. So we opened it up and we're trying it out. So we'll see how it goes.
It's a countertop. It's a dispenser. So you fill this like a 1.5 gallon reservoir. You fill it with tap water or whatever water, but typically going to be tap water. And then it does the thingy-majigger, and then it has the UV lights to kill the pathogens and bacteria. So we'll try it out. They sent it to us. We're gonna try. We told them we'd try it for a few days, and we'll probably put it in one of the videos coming up.
Yeah, we'll let them know.
Because I'm a water snob. I like my water right.
Yeah, but when we do a brand deal, we make sure that we try the product out fully and then give the real review.
Yeah, because there's some junk out there.
John SS says, howdy, maybe a barbershop stop is a good idea. Nah, I love his hair. I love his beard and I love his hair. Mariel says, watching from the Philippines. Love you guys. We love you too, Mariel. Mom's throwing up some dollar signs.
You got some money you want to give me?
EF says, Hubs and I camped there in January. Did require a bit of a hike there, a couple miles, but still not good with a banged up foot. Get well soon. Also does allow e-bikes. Ran into an e-biker on the trail.
Yeah, I want to get down there. There's so much of Florida that I have not seen. It's just, there's like pretty much any of Southwest Florida. Like I've done next to nothing down there. The whole northeast of Florida, Jacksonville, St. Augustine area, I've done very minimal up there. So I get the appeal. There's a lot to do here, and I would like to be able to do some of that stuff this winter if we can.
Yeah. Oh, Greg Bethune. Hello, Bethune family. Hi, Greg.
Hello there, cousin, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, we could be related.
You don't see it a lot.
Stacy says, okay, my sister is named after her. I grew up hearing lots of stories about her and how much my mom looked up to her.
Aww.
Aww. John says, Arkansas, here,
thanks for being
watching here. Yeah, my brain is not functioning tonight. Don't forget to smash that like button. Yes, please. Ventures and Couples, another one of our amazing moderators. EF says, an Everglades boat tour might be fun. I've got a couple pals who own an airboat company. You guys should hook up and do a live stream from an airboat, but you'd never believe it. No service.
That takes Starlink.
Yeah, well, when you get your private, when you get your drone license, you're going to be able to do like a lot more.
I don't still think you can fly in national parks.
Oh, that's right. You can't, can you? But we can go on a different airboat tour.
Yeah.
I don't know. Stacy Lowry says, have a great night, Jen and Kyle.
Stacey,
feel better,
too.
Jen. Thank you. Darren says, hi, Eli. Oh, yeah, he already ran out.
Gone.
He's testing out the new reverse osmosis system. Because if this works, we're going to get rid of the Berkey and just keep the reverse osmosis system. Michelle says, alligators scare me.
Yeah. They're more, they're they spook, like they don't really care nothing about me, and you're like, they don't really want us. I mean, if you go messing with them, or if you just happen to roll up on the wrong one, I guess. But
yeah,
I mean, I've been around them my whole life, and a buddy of mine used to go gator hunting because Florida releases gator tags. To keep the population in check, because there is so many people here, and there's still a lot of alligators. I was telling her the other day, we're out in this old rinkety boat out in the middle of this lake in the middle of the night. All these eyes of alligators around. It's kind of, when you think about it in that sense, you're like, oh, I don't know if I should do that, but we didn't think twice about it.
Exodus says, where are you going for Christmas? Do you have something for the kids?
I mean, we're going to be here for the holidays well past through the first of the year. We did Busch Gardens last week with them. We're doing one other thing with them here in about a week, maybe a week and a half. But then just traditional, Christmas
for their presents. Whoo, you're normally one that yawns, and I'm yawning. For their presents, since like 2016, we've done 5 presents. They each get 5 presents. Something you want, something you wear, something you read, and something you need. And then Santa brings them a present. So that way it kind of helps them to curate their Christmas list. They're not getting an overabundance of things, because that's not what holidays are about for us. Holidays are just about for us giving thanks and being grateful and thankful and getting to spend time with family.
Yeah, for sure.
Destiny says RO systems rock. I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, traditional RO systems are large. That's one reason that we kind of was appealed.
I mean, I can show you.
Yeah.
Let's travel. Let's travel here. Don't mind my dishes. But that's the system, the white one right here. That's Kyle's espresso machine. But that's the system. So we're testing it out, and we'll see. It's got a reservoir back there. So we'll see how it goes, and we'll let you guys know.
One of the appealing things for us is reverse osmosis systems can be rather large, and being in a bus, obviously, that can be an issue. So when they sent us this, or when they mentioned this, we figured we'd try it, because I gotta have good water. I don't do bad water.
So far, I mean, I had a glass of it. It tastes pretty good. Okay. OG Skywatch has Enchanted Forest. Yep.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Michelle said, we did the Busch Gardens excursion safari tour. Loved it. Fed the giraffe from the safari truck.
It's a lot of fun. It's a
good
park.
That sounds cool. Hey, Mo, how's it going? Trinity says, hi. Hi. Hey, Trinity. Darren says, Kyle is giving Bob Ross competition for hairstyle.
I'm definitely trying.
Mom says, Eli does chores for money. That little stinker.
That's all a kid wants is money.
Yep. Like they don't earn money over here for regular chores, but we do have a list of things that are extra above and beyond that do pay. So, because we feel like, they make messes too in this bus, and they need to clean up after themselves, and we all need to pitch in to help together. Make it so. I love Kyle's hair. Also, don't touch it. Oh yeah, I don't want anything happening to Kyle's hair.
There's a guy that cut it the last time it was cut, which was last January. We were going to Camp Margaritaville at some point. He's over there. I think I might go have him trim it a little bit, and maybe kind of clean up my beard, because I've never had a beard before. I don't know what to do with this thing. I just let it grow, and I trim off the pieces that annoy me, and just at this point, I've done nothing.
But I love it.
Other than that, that's what I've done.
John SS says peace and happiness.
Yeah,
Thank you, John. Elizabeth said, is it true they got alligators roaming around at Disneyland? I would be so scared.
Years ago, I mean, they had a real unfortunate event. They had a kid that got killed by an alligator. And after that, I think they really took it serious and they put a lot of fences up, and I'm sure they removed a lot. Even in Florida, I mean, they're here. It's just part of it, but it's not like they're just roaming everywhere. I mean, you kind of gotta either luck up on one or really be looking for one to see one. Because, like I say, they're very shy, or not. What's the word?
Yeah, they don't like They don't go mess with
they're
humans.
not looking for a problem.
Dorothy said, do you put up a tree in the bus? Yep. We do. Actually, we let the kids decorate. Since we moved into the bus, the kids decorate it. When we lived in a house, I was overly obsessive and like it had to be so perfect. But now I'm just like, it is perfect when the kids do it because they make it really great. It looks pretty cute. I'll show you if you want. Yeah, this is our little Christmas setup. They hung the lights everywhere. And then it's just a collapsible tree. So they hang it up and then it collapses down. So it's a pretty cute Christmas setup. That was a mouthful. Eli must be really thirsty, or he's just like pushing the button. What are you doing with that water? Drinking. Okay. Mariel says 9:26 a.m. here in the Philippines. Oh, cool. That's awesome. Mark, thank you. Hi, Jen and Kyle and family. Hope all is well and blessed and have fun. I am so sorry, Jen. I never thought I would do this, but I had to call the police on Jen. I'm sorry I had to do it. Jen is a thief because she stole my heart. Oh, Mark, I love you. He's so cute. Thank you so much for the super chat, Mark. Every time you send me a message and I see it on the Instagram, the gram. Yeah, the gram. It always makes my day. Thank you for being so sweet. Darren says, sorry, missed it. What brand is that RO system? Oh, what brand is it? It's Simpure. It's this here. They're not that expensive. I mean, not as much as I thought it would be. But give us a couple weeks, so we'll check back in with you guys and let you know how it is. I'm definitely a water snob. Like, I don't drink bad water. I refuse to. Davina says, hi, Molly. She just ran back outside. Darren says, I seen a Santa Molly. They've been wearing those Santa hats all day long. They've been riding around on the mule and playing and having a good old time. Sterling says, love y'all. See y'all later. Thank you, Sterling. Love you too. Davey Go says, don't tell David about the RO system. We had one in our house and he'll be wanting one. He is a water snob. Yeah, we have the he's out there. That's enough. No more. He's dumping it. Are you dumping it out?
No.
They're playing.
We're made of fire.
Exactly.
Okay, no more water. Michelle,
we also have the clear source, so I have it hooked in. Whether as soon as the water comes into the bus, it's hooked into the clear source, three stage filtration, and then at that point I divert it to the tank or to the city, which is the rest of the bus, and then from here we'll filter it out here. So it's some good piece of filtered water.
It's like
it should be pretty good.
Infinity filtered. Michelle says alligators are on golf courses.
The largest alligator I've ever seen in my entire life was on a golf course, the USF golf course in Tampa. Mm-hmm. Biggest gator I've ever seen.
Sarah says, aw. And then thanks again, Mark, for the super chat. You're amazing. Dan says, I've golfed once in my life. I got chased by a gator. Screw that game.
I golfed most of my life. I've been chased by a bobcat. Was it bobcat? I think that's what it was. A really small.
Sure it wasn't a cougar?
I'm used to the cougars chasing me. But yeah, I've never been chased by a gator, but definitely seen some big ones on some golf courses.
Darren says, aw, they did good, Jen and Kyle. Thanks. Yeah, all their cute little Christmas stuff. They did a great job. Yep, Mark. We love Mark. LOL, Dan. Hey, Luna Pearl. Destiny says, usually the issue with gators in populated areas when people feed them and no people mean food. It's not like they're waiting in the dark to launch themselves on unsuspecting humans. They tend to run for miles.
And that's the thing. I mean, it's like in the West or anywhere with bears, people feeding bears or leaving food out for bears, and that's when they become a nuisance. Gators, I would say, are pretty similar.
I would be that way as a gator. I would just wait and
just hang out.
Yeah, and just go scare the crap out of them. BJ Lux says, how are y'all doing tonight? We're doing really good. Lovely Lavender says hi. That's one of your favorite scents. Jarhead and Ginger's here. Hello, everyone. Dorothy said that looks wonderful. Thanks for sharing. Well, of course. Hey, Neva. Hello, guys. I'm a water snob, too. Oh, that's right, Bean. Thank you for reminding me, Beanie. Luna Pearl is Beanie.
Oh, okay.
Yes, she changed her name. Jarhead and Ginger said, Ginger here. Never really golfed, but totaled my grandpa's golf cart. Well, I guess that counts, you know. Dan says, I run everything coming in through a 2-stage filter, then drinking water goes through my Berkey. That's what we originally, well, we have a three canister filter. And then it would go through the Berkey, but we got this one and I was like, I kind of want to try it.
Yeah, why not?
Because Kyle keeps buying gallons of water and it drives me nuts because 1, we don't have anywhere to put it. 2, you're contributing to the waste in the plastic in the environment. And so if this works, like I will be super happy.
Yeah, me too. Honestly, I will be too.
Karen says, hi, Jen and Kyle.
Karen.
Just getting here. John SS says, peace and love. Barbara Flowers says, hello. Oh, hey, Cammie. How's it going? Beanie says, hi to Darren. Beanie says, miss y'all so much. We miss you too. Living in Florida, did you ever have a boat? We are getting in a boat club. That's the way to go.
Yeah, I've had a couple. Yeah, that's the way to go. At least to try it. See how. That's the thing is about buying a boat. You buy and you don't use it. And if it sits there, it's like an RV. If you let it sit, it does no good, and you start running into problems. So yeah, absolutely, definitely do the boat club. I've had a couple, and I used to dive, or we both scuba dove quite a bit. So scuba, whatever. How about it's dive? I guess is plural and.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, definitely. I've had a couple, and they're a lot of fun. But the boat clubs is a good idea, though.
All right, but I think we're gonna wrap it up because I think I'm ready to go lay down and be done with this day.
I've kept this on all day, guys. It's my thing.
Yes, she has. She's got a tiara on. Thank you so much for loving us and being here. We just can't express how much we adore you.
But do not forget something.
Just stay wonderful.
Stay wonderful.
Yeah, thanks to our mods, guys. All you show up to help us out. We really appreciate it. And we'll see you guys here in a couple days.
Bye, guys.